Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games and welcome back to part 5 of my United States of America campaign here in Hearts of Iron 4, The New Order. So we have a crack in the Mossad. Let's see, CIA convening a council with McNamara. There's contacts in Madagascar. They have reason to believe there's misgivings in Berlin. Yeah, so basically, we're maybe going to get involved in Madagascar. We need more doctors. Yeah, so sorry, I know that was a chance for me to do my Nixon voice, but let's just keep moving, people. Alright, we gotta pick a new national focus. Should we protect our interests, or is there anything else worth doing right now? Oh, what's happening? Oh, okay, kind of froze there for a second. Yeah, so we vetoed the Civil Rights Act. The campaign trail stuff is done. We can kind of come over here and do some India stuff, but we got 2 more years of Nixon theory. So let's work on South Africa. Protect our interests there. Should we need to our first material commitment in South Africa? Should make it easier to convince Americans to intervene. However, we'll make it difficult to pull out if future events require it. All right, in search of a champion. So we got Scoop Jackson. Let's see. So it's somebody in the MPP. Our election's not looking good. The right holds influence over the party. No progressive voter is going to vote for the party whose last candidate was Strom Goddamn Thurmond. Worst of all, we still don't have a candidate. Well, it would be helped if anyone would bother to put their name forward, perhaps if we were to do more to support our core working-class voters in the Midwest and elsewhere rather than kowtowing to segregationists and filling our ranks with West Coast elitist types. Nuremberg, herself of proud Oregon stock, sat up with an offended look. Everyone here is fighting for the same thing. I've done plenty to speak up for the underprivileged. At least I don't just sit around writing essays on it. If we have any hope in the next election, we need to move forward with one voice. I don't know who the man to lead us is, but he better show up soon or we are screwed. Who will speak for the center? Yeah, so basically there's currently no apparent candidate thinking long-term to 1964 that the NPP can gather around who's going to be able to unite the various sections of the party. How are things going in New England? New England, looks like we're tilting. It's kind of a toss-up. Let's, actually, I don't know about that. Maybe we could let's lean on the East Coast a little bit more. I think we can get the NPP in there. Oh, apparently that's not an option or something. Fine. Let's try... Let's see, there's a toss-up right now in California, and we have a likely NPP. Alaska's a top-up. You know what? Let's push the West Coast a little bit more. Get that fully tilted over into a NPP, the NPP zone. And of course, this is just going to be for the 62 elections. We still got 2 years to figure out what's going to happen afterwards in 64. And who knows what kind of circumstances could happen. Okay. The blackmailer turned out to be 24-year-old NPP activist Charles Juneau. He refused to say anything besides requests for a lawyer, but fingerprint evidence has left no doubt him being the one who sent the envelope. With any luck and a bit of nudging from the White House, it could get moved up to his trial to October or September, meaning he'll be safely behind bars when the midterm elections roll around. So the blackmailer has been caught. Sure doesn't seem like he falsified his stuff, though. Nobody's saying that. Nixon, what are you doing? Oh, we have 100 political power now, so we can increase some unity. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to say that the MPP is going to get some unity. Improve the MPP's party unity a little. This will make voters leaning towards our party more likely to vote for us, even if they feel closer to an opposing candidate. We're going to do that. Because... I'm sure that this is in the news. Then again, if there's going to be a trial... No, yeah, they want to do the trial beforehand. Actually, yeah, this probably is not national news. But point is, MPP, we're going to try to unite them. I might have just wasted political power fundamentally. We got military austerity and the budget boost going on here. Any other stuff I want to do with the economy? Odd. It seems to say that I can't change anything, or is that because I had that other tab open? Okay, no longer effects from the civilian budget boost and military austerity. Let's keep doing that. Decrease the budget. Increase that. I do like the political power boost, but we definitely have some problems here. I don't remember if we went over all the national spirits, but there's this one, the American malaise, which is going on. Again, sorry if I already went over this in the first episode, but for me that was like a month ago. America was once a nation of indomitable... Oh, the Independent Labour Party has won in Scotland. It says they're going to stay independent. So the American malaise is America was once a nation of indomitable will, a nation so bountiful and spirited that its optimism seemed unconquerable. That was ended by the atomic bombing of Pearl Harbor. Now across each and every one of the United States, the country is mired in a malaise with only a dim light at the end of the tunnel. The land of opportunity and idealism has been overcome by poverty and strife. It is a pit that may not be surmounted easily, and only time will tell if the patriotic fire that once burned in American hearts shall return, or if it will be extinguished. Okay, now, let's get South Africa secured. I'm so sorry for yawning. It's not that I'm bored. Just short on sleep. Okay, wait. Internal investigation is going on. Despite the jubilation about catching the blackmailer, the mood in the White House and the Department of Justice building quickly turned sour when an unpleasant piece of information came forward. Charles Juneau wasn't acting alone. That's the NPP blackmailer, by the way. There was no way that the envelope could have been screened and intercepted with the other incoming mail unless a co-conspirator on the inside had helped to getting through. Secret Service immediately began investigating leads. Blah, blah, blah. This is currently limited to the White House. There's very few professed NPP members in the Nixon administration. It would lead to widespread panic if the news leaked to the rest of the executive branch's bureaucracy, let alone the press. This is getting complicated. Yet another leak! Ooh. So much for the plumbers. I thought plumbers were supposed to fix leaks. Richard Nixon stands in the Oval Office, thoughtfully looking out of a window. Dawn broke far on the horizon. A blazing orange-red sun rising in the distance, casting warming light across the White House lawn. He sighs. It was going to be another long, dull day. Meetings and bills and foreign policy. A sharp rap on the door jolts him slightly. Somebody wanted a word at 6:15 in the morning? Nixon pauses for a second and then nods. Come in. H.R. Haldeman stepped through the doorway, a newspaper rolled up in his fit. What is it? Nixon asks. Bad news, Dick. We're not done with Burnham yet. Without another word, Haldeman flings the paper down on the president's desk, turning it around such that Nixon could read the headline, Nixon supporting Guyanese segregation. Whistleblower, Nixon mutters to himself. He reads the article. Somehow the news found out. Somehow the government got Forbes Burnham elected. Somehow they knew that the Nixon administration still supported him in his racial segregation policies. Nixon rubs his nose, takes a deep breath. Haldeman, he starts. Get Kennedy and Laird. Call a meeting. I need a phone line to the CIA director. So that's increasing the power of social democracy, which I think is now officially the strongest ideology. That's the NPPC. Nixon is down to 21%, and the conservative democracy branch of the Republican Democrats is 27%. Although there has been an uninspired campaign that just happened. So right now, collectively, the NPP is the stronger party. Okay, let's get that tactical support up and running. All this stuff we're not going to be able to upgrade for a long time. Long time. How democracy dies. Forbes Burnham was no idiot. He clearly knew the key to executing a coup was to eliminate communications, etc., etc. Invited them to a dinner. Okay. So, there's been a coup, and he is no longer our puppet. Nixon called an emergency meeting with the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and one conclusion was reached: this shall not stand. So it's not our puppet. We're going to declare war. We're going to get the Douglas AC-47 Spooky, and the MPP is going to get more popular. Well, it looks like war's back on the menu, boys. And did we just unlock a helicopter of some kind? What was it? Or the was it the AC or what? What just happened? I'm sorry. I should have looked at that better. Speaking of planes, though, do I want to work on any of this? Let's see. Attack helicopter range. It's a little bit ahead of time for all this stuff. Air doctrine could be fun, but let's see. Helicopters, ground attack plus 10%. That I like the sound of. Overwhelming support. Now, we are at war. We can call everybody in if we want, and I don't see any reason why not. Let's do it. Even Belize! Everybody will do their part. Especially the West Indies Federation, because you're kind of the jumping off point for our stuff. Let's also take a look at the intelligence agencies. Do I have anything going on right now? Okay, we can now become a spy master once I have the political power to do it again. Let's keep working on cryptographic stuff. We're just going to try to constantly have a few things going there. They're not super important, though, admittedly. One of our divisions is still not in position, so we're waiting on him. And then we will attempt an invasion of Guyana. Okay. But everybody is here, yes. West Indies have been called in. Some divisions have not reached the start point yet. Yeah. Okay. We got a respectable campaign going on here. Okay. We got a war on now. What is this? Silent Spring, decrying America's ignorant addiction to pesticides in her newly released book, Silent Spring. This is a real thing. 4 years of original research into government-funded eradication campaigns, the 400-page public assertion that the chemicals used for pest removal, DDT, aminotriazole, 2,4-D, harm far more than the vermin they were made to exterminate. They instead seep into the soil and render impotent, she claims, and linger in the fruits and crops Americans eat. There's libel suits. The book has shot itself up to first place in New York bestsellers for nonfiction, a sign of the American public's approval of a whistleblower increasingly compared to Upton Sinclair. Leading scientists now remark that a nationwide ban of the synthetic poisons America's laboratories peddle is now only a matter of when. So yeah, that was a real thing, and in fact, they got the exact date that it came out right, September 27th, 1962. Yeah. Yeah, so that kind of like was what leads eventually to the EPA and stuff, which was founded by Nixon. Let's see here. Okay. Surf and Safari makes waves. Okay, the beach. The Beach Boys have shown up. Extremely important stuff, obviously. Okay, the Rockies are going hard RD. Maybe we should hit the Great Lakes area, though. I think we can make some headway there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Fun fact about... I don't know if it's a fact. Maybe it's just one of those things that people started to think was facts. But Rachel Carlson, the woman in the woman who wrote Silent Spring, Eisenhower once was got a letter about her from the Secretary of Agriculture, and the Secretary of Agriculture, who I think was a woman, said that Rachel Carson was physically attractive but was unmarried. So she was probably a communist. Wait, what? All right. Presidential briefing on the Free State of Magadah. Contents. The nation of Russia has been a great unknown since the end of the Second World War. Following Barbarossa and the Soviet Union's collapse, the CIA could scarcely glean information from that vast country. Except for the West Russian War of the 50s, the Russia of our imagination had become a cesspool of violent infighting, with the German bombings preventing any attempts of regional warlords to consolidate power. At least, this seems to be the case in Western Russia and Siberia. With a land that stretches from the Baltic and the Pacific, there are stretches of territory untouched by the banditry and chaos that plagues the areas adjacent to the German Reich. From Central Siberia, the primary recipient of the Bukharin-era Siberian Plan, we have heard that a republic has risen and collapsed there between the Second World War and the West Russian War. Then there's the Russian Far East, a region that the CIA has been observing for quite some time. In brief, the legitimate government of the Soviet Union, under the provisional leadership of Genrikh Yagoda, that would be here, retreated there after their defeat. Subsequently, the anti-Bolshevik front sprang out from Manchuria and Harbin, making significant gains before shattering into three parts based on Chitin, there's no N in there, Chita, Magadan, and Amur. Of particular interest of this briefing is the Free State of Magadan, led by Mikhail Metkovsky, a local fascist of some repute. He and his foreign minister, Nikolai Petlin, have promised reforms and democracy should the U.S. support their bid for the, as the Metkovsky insisted, Great Crusade for Russia, as well as intelligence and information. The agency notes that the decision is the president's alone to make. However, it cautions the president in supporting any fascist bid for Russia. Moreover, the aforementioned minister Petlin seems to be a more malleable candidate for leadership. Whatever the president decides, the agency shall carry it out. Lend him our tentative support in exchange for reforms. We could use the intel. So I think that's supposed to then open something up here. Yeah, here we go. We can start building. We basically can invest in Magadan. So we're gonna build up the port of Magadan. So we will gain expertise whenever we do this as well. This will improve our ability to supply Magadan and allow us to conduct our operations there. We can also do some stuff with... Yeah, never mind. Okay, so should we do Forgotten Allies? Yeah, let's see if we can get England in. This is going to give us stability and war support as well. Let's see. He raised the swastika over Paris and London on the ignoble climax. On that ignoble climax, has America since been forced to leave its allies' governments to Hitler's mercy. Operative word says the CIA governments. With an appropriately sized black budget, the allies' rest of people will be forgotten no longer. So Burgundy stuff has they've become a nuclear power, and hopefully nothing will come of this. Okay, South African political assessment, very important. The question of the vacant monarchy in South Africa symbolizes the political tensions pulling the nations between the German Reich and the remainder of the free world. The upcoming referendum has inflamed these divisions, with the pro-German and Boer-led National Party led by Albert Herzog arguing to abolish the monarchy against the status quo United Party of PM de Villiers Graaff. With reports of German weaponry flooding Bloemfontein and with political violence escalating, see the assassination of B.J. Forrester, CIA assets report widespread concern in Cape Town that the referendum is a cover for a declaration of Boer independence. This would rob South Africa of much of its strategic depth and provide a pretext for German intervention to support its new client state. So again, the Boer stuff that we've already gone over. However, this is what's new. Simultaneously, protests by the African National Congress, aka the ANC, against widespread discrimination continue to roil the nation. The movement continues to gather strength despite the incarceration of much of the ANC's executive leadership, and moderates are increasingly being sidelined by militant radicals. The center, it seems, cannot hold much longer. Worrying. And so now we can do new operations down here. I think it's Operation Concord. Yeah, where we're gonna basically we could spend money to start sending rifles to the Union of South Africa, just 250 at a time though, which costs us 15 million every time we do that. So not the best, not really. Are these guys all finally? Yeah, they are just totally trained up. Let's just keep that going until. Although, are we even generating? Yes, we are actually. I was gonna say, are we even generating any experience at this point? But we're gonna try to keep this going. Polls have been updated. Let's check it on the horse race, and also let's do this invasion 1 month before Election Day. Well, less than a month, really. Okay. So this should be pretty easy, I think. I haven't even looked at these guys though, but they got 3 militia. Yeah, I don't see really much of anything to worry about. Looks like it's to try to gather our people down in Florida, but I bet you the Marines could pretty much take care of this on their own, dealing with Guyana. All right, force attack. Oh, I should have done naval assault plan. Well, I didn't really need to do naval assault plan actually. So let's pause that. Split. Follow me into Cayenne. And another of you go down to Georgetown. And then you go south. Yeah, we're just running right over them. No trouble at all. There we go. So the 20th Armored, yeah, it's gonna come down here and occupy this area. Yeah, no problem. Oh, are we already done? Did we not even have to take Georgetown? Or is this a peace conference somewhere else? Yeah, we defeated them in an American policing action, and Justice Anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That's funny. That's going to get real funny later, actually. We've intervened in Guyana. How long was that war? Jeez, was freaking Grenada longer? Like, once they actually landed, I'm talking about? After several days of sporadic fighting between Guyanese militia forces and the forces of the American Expeditionary Forces landing on the coast, the Pentagon announced that the Guyanan President Forbes Burnham was taking custody this evening. American troops now patrol the streets of Paramaribo and Georgetown in an interim capacity until the legitimate government of the Guyanese people assumes control of the nation. With widespread disorganization reported within the Guyanese military following President Burnham's coup, defense analysts have expected that the American policing action would face little opposition. The State Department issued a press release welcoming intervention success and the return of genuine democracy in Guyana while expressing high hopes for future cooperation with the government and waiting on matters of mutual agreement. Be our friend or else. So there. Who do we got now? Who do we got now? Who's much more agreeable? Oh, happy Halloween. Look at the time. Solid NPP campaign, but we've now got Chetty Jagdin or Jagan in charge there. They are a client state of ours, and everything's awesome. Everything's great. Do these guys have a national focus tree at all? No, they don't. It's just events and stuff right now. Okay, I thought my recording software cut out for a second. Hoover's offer. Good afternoon, Dick, J. Edgar Hoover said as he stepped into the Oval Office, quietly shutting the door behind him. Nixon furrowed his brow and replied, I told you not to call me that. You tell me a lot of things, Mr. President. Well, I've had to postpone the one press conference where the media wasn't going to be after my head, so this had better be good. What Hoover had to say wasn't good, but it certainly was important. The FBI's investigation of the origin of the blackmailers had seen little success, but there still remained the question of what to do with the blackmail itself. Hoover, ever cautious and considerate, asked the president whether it would be best, to seal it away in some classified vault or destroy it as much as possible. Either way, it would hopefully stay buried forever. Although it could see some value in the future. The existence of blackmail, could, after all, provide a large boon to the president in the upcoming midterm elections. Again, is everyone forgetting that? I don't know. So we're gonna friggin'. Okay, so I'm gonna make a pause here. I'm pretty sure I know what I want to do, but let me just make a save file just in case. Okay, so what we're gonna say is we're gonna keep it secret. Keep that safe. Yeah, because Nixon's a Tolkien fan, obviously. Our current expertise is growing. Soon we will be able to, I think, do some... let's keep popping that budget up, people. Let's keep working on frickin'... getting our expertise up so we can do some research and development. So we have our Senate elections. I'm going to read these, and then I'm not going to talk about Senate elections anymore. I'm not going to read them anymore as we go forward because they're going to be every 2 years. Well, it's just basically saying, there's a bunch of races. Makeup is going to be revealed. The people have spoken. New senators have been elected. So now, actually, should I freaking... Okay, hold on a second. I need to... How do I open the Senate screen again? I'm so sorry. It's not here, not here, not here. To check the Senate, I need to go... Let's see, political landscape, situation report, congressional situation. We go, let's see, campaigning in Vermont. Damn, I'm really sorry, guys. I'm trying to remember how I check that. Not going to be trade, not going to be construction, not going to be in the freaking economy. Production, recruitment, deployment, logistics, intelligence agency. Oh, yeah, am I building anything? No, I'm not. Let's get on that. I'm so sorry. I don't... Yes, state of the Supreme Court, 6 liberals. We have 67 votes. Where do I actually open up the map, though? That's what I'm trying to remember. Is it gone from the because the GI changes, or it's not gonna be managing subjects? trade unions and stuff. It's not going to be any of these. I'm so sorry. You guys are probably yelling at the screen right now. I'm really sorry. Let's just move on. Okay, so we have 67 votes. That's what matters right now. The Republican Democrats. 67 votes. These are the following changes after the election. So the Republican Party lost 9 seats. The Democrats picked up 1, and the NPP Center picked up 8. Forgotten Allies is done. Let's see. No. We're going to help out a friend. Nixon and the CIA. Shared heritage, economic ties, etc. Britain's wooden wall had broken before the Reich's assailants and made puppets of their free men, though it had happened. America's heart and mind still yearns still to wrest their freedoms back. Luckily, a force which can affect such exists in Her Majesty's most loyal resistance. President Nixon pledges to uphold the special relationship both before and when America's other what? Plays its hand. America's other. Italy beat the Turks. We got a seducer here now. Operational success. We got 8 expertise. Does that put me over 50? What was I at before? Yes, I'm exactly at 50. Hold on a second. So let's do the research and development. I want to do the belly buster, right? I need more money for that. Okay. Belly buster, informal term for the company's standard issue hand-powered drill. As the name suggests, the drill is operated by turning its crank while its bit is pressed firmly against a surface by the user's stomach. An experienced operator can bore holes into wood and masonry by their lonesome, preparing the unsuspecting room for the listening device's rapt attention. So I think that's what I wanted to do, even though a lot of these other things increase mission success chance. Even that small bit of additional political power, we just need every bit counts. That's the way I see it. So we're doing that. Do you have to wait like a certain amount of time, or I guess so. It's not going to say how long or whatever. Okay, Cold War. CIA with assets in US ICOM. Briefing is, let's see, Zulu stuff. Fish-eyed view of a foggy ocean. The waves lapping at the camera over and over again. All silent save the sound of water until a faint foghorn breaks the tranquility. Through the fog, I think this is up here, a lone fishing trawler waving the English flag floats close to the camera. Activity on the deck as the men pull in lines to stow their hard-earned prize from the sea. A shadow can be seen deeper in the fog, larger and more imposing. A loud foghorn is heard as the large vessel floats into view with its imposing 15-inch guns, its vast assortment of anti-aircraft weaponry, and its flying swastika. This is the DKM Tirpitz, one of the Reich's largest battleships, and it just entered into the Icelandic economic exclusion zone while escorting a fleet of British trawlers. This is a violation of our allies' sovereign rights and a national security threat to United States assets. We can only assume that even more Kriegsmarine assets are operating in the area, and we advise an immediate mobilizing of USN forces in the area to counter the Reich's aggressive posturing. Let's see. So, if it says the giant awakens or the eagle soars, and the legitimacy of either Spear or Borman will increase. Now, we're trying to get a specific one to help, right? Like, look into the reformer. Nixon suggests operating diplomatic recognition to Albert Speer. So we're going to send more forces to the area to help him out. Now, it's my understanding I can never directly go to war with Germany. It's just proxy wars and stuff. Dang it. Hold on. Sorry about that. It's proxy wars and things like that. But we're gonna... Great, my GIMP is opening up. So we want Spear to do the thing. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get this to go away. It's because it's booting up GIMP. That's what the orange bar is there. Sorry about that. But today's episode is nearly over anyway. So we're done with the elections, yes? So the Republican Democrats have gotten weaker. So that's good if we want to go VP in the 64 election. But that's still 2 years away. Let's just keep working on some of this armor breakthrough and stuff, whatever. But I'm going to stop it there. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games, who's going to, I think, go take a little nap, and then we're going to come back and keep recording. I'll see you next time.